Say what you want about BMW's recent design revolution, but you certainly can't call it boring. Now, I personally love the nerve they're showing, and it's on full blast right here. This is the audaciously styled XM, a plug-in hybrid showpiece with an equally daring price.
I really loved my time with the all-electric iX last summer, a $110,000 X5-sized SUV with a 288-mile driving range and a 0 to 60 time of well under 4 seconds. But maybe you're not ready to forego the V8 just yet, and perhaps something from the real deal M division is what really excites. Enter the XM, a 644 horsepower, 8-cylinder plug-in gas-electric hybrid with concept car design and a penchant for performance. There's launch control, an M-tuned chassis, and the coolest headliner you've ever seen. Think of it as a 2-row X7, if you will, with every dial cranked up to 10. It's the first vehicle born exclusively from BMW's Tuner M division in decades, and as such, extremism is to be expected. And it begins with the styling. Dravite gray, the illuminated kidney grille, large air intakes, bodacious 22-inch wheels, stacked tailpipes, gold accents, and laser-etched emblems create the tableau of a car that screams experimental prototype. Now, I'll say it again. I like BMW's design direction, especially when compared with what's going on over at its competition in Stuttgart these days. So here we have a 483 horsepower, 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, an 8-speed automatic with an integrated electric motor, and a 19 kilowatt-hour high-voltage battery under the floor. The XM averages a decent 31 miles of all-electric driving, but with a combined hybrid driving range of only 300 miles, and that's about 100 miles less than a comparable X7. Hybrid driving is the default mode, though the driver can select electric to keep gasoline out of the equation, at least up until 87 miles per hour, or select E-Control, which preserves the battery charge until you choose to use it. The battery is replenished using level 1 or level 2 charging and can take as little as 3 hours. And look at this charge cable bag. How fancy. The numbers: 644 total horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque, and 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds while hauling around 3 tons. All impressive numbers in their own right. Add to that the 50-50 weight distribution, limited slip differential, rear-wheel steering, adaptive suspension, active roll stabilization, and a rear-biased, torque-vectoring all-wheel drive system, and the M resume is solidified. But I'm not fully convinced that the XM is the dream machine its price portends.
Personally, if I had this kind of money, I would just get an iX. I really like that electric SUV. But understandably, not everyone is ready to go full electric. And that's where a plug-in hybrid can make perfect sense because it invites in the best of both worlds. But does it really? Well, the XM has an impressive EV range here. I'm getting over 40 miles on a full charge. And BMW's twin-turbo V8 is tried and true. But together, they don't always deliver the kind of euphoria you might think. See, this kind of engineering is very complicated, and at times, it can feel complicated to the driver, and that's not something you really want. As far as the ride quality goes, I would describe it as M-appropriate, meaning anyone buying an XM should not have any issue with a little bit of an edge to its suspension tune. Now, the performance indeed can feel enthralling. However, I view the XM as more of a showpiece kind of vehicle, and one that commands a very big price tag.
With only 3 upcharge additions, the orange and black leather interior, the Bowers & Wilkins sound system, and the top speed extending M driver's package, the MSRP of this XM is an eye-opening $167,395. That's a lot of money, and it seems to me that the XM would be perhaps more satisfying as an all-gas or all-electric model. Now, plug-in hybrids can be a great alternative to buying a straight EV, But the performance focus here, boosted by the additional electric motor, is just a little busy feeling at times. The true joy of the letter M is discovered when it's driven in Sport or Sport Plus. Pipes bellowing, electric sounds manifesting, and the paddle shifters in use. But other times, the powertrain can lack some harmony, and for this kind of coin, that's just not good enough.
The XM is bigger than you would think, and these rear seats offer a ton of legroom. These little XM pillows add the perfect touch. But all told, it is this ceiling that draws all of the attention.
Forget the panoramic roof. This suede-like sculpted headliner with fiber optics changes colors based on a number of situations and gives the 3 rear seats of the XM a leisure lounge vibe. It's crazy cool and is complemented by the other ambient lighting choices throughout the cabin. And just about everything you see here is standard, including massaging seats, carbon fiber trim, and even heated and cooled cup holders. As to be expected at this level, the XM is chock full of fun features, like all of those found within iDrive 8 and a head-up display. There's a decent amount of cargo room too, though its maximum is far less than what the X7 can gobble up. And if this isn't enough, the XM Red Label takes it up to 738 horsepower, making it the most powerful BMW M road vehicle ever made, starting at $185,000. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.